Most business owners think that the key to growth is going viral on Instagram or TikTok, but guys, are we here to go viral or are we here to make money? Yeah, okay. So here's the truth. Going viral, it might get you the attention, but that might not necessarily generate sales. What actually builds long-term revenue and long-term growth is proven marketing strategies. So in this video, I am going to break down a couple marketing strategies that I have used to help companies, e-commerce companies, go from, we generating a couple of sales to 5 to 6 figure months. So it's not just theory, it's proven methods I have implemented and seen work, and how, most importantly, that's why you're watching this video, strategies that you can use to help grow your own business. So let's get into it.
Let me get that intro. Blunts, gators, hand me my mink. On the east, ducking fast from a peephole. 1989, gang banging was at its peak. This the beat that make me reminisce on G-Funk. 3 summers before the chronic hit the streets, I would rather slang hand to hand to a fiend. Rapping on the side, trapping was priority. But every now and then I go scoop my little thing, pull up in my MC like a new jack swing. Ooh, summertime time back in Long Beach, passing 1 bottle 40 ounce of OE. I didn't have a dollar, but a nigga had a dream, whipping over the stove.
Number 1 is that consistency beats virality. You have to understand marketing is like compound interest. I don't know if maybe if you're into investing, you always hear the people say when you're watching your investing videos or whatever, your money is going to compound over time. The more content you put out, the more reps that you're doing. If you're going to the gym, if you watch my videos, I always mention that. The more you go, the more it's going to compound. You might not see the results straight away, but after a while, it will show. Trust and believe. You have to stick in there for the process, but it will show. So there have been many cases of companies, or even, okay, let's put it in the example of, when you think of these, you come across like singers or artists, musical artists, whatever, and they might get like a really viral song, and then they're famous for like a couple of months or even a year, and then you don't hear from them again. You want to be a Michael Jackson, you want to be a Beyonce. Now, if that helps you understand what I mean, that's what I mean. You don't want to spike up the attention, everyone loves you for like a day or so, and then it's gone. You want to keep that attention, you want to build that audience, and you want people to love, your business. And why is this? So going back to business now, why is this? This is because customers don't usually purchase, especially if it's a higher priced product. If it's like a £1 chewing gum packet, I'm not talking about that, okay? Customers don't usually buy after seeing your product once or even twice. Research shows that it actually takes around 7 to 10 touch points before a customer actually trusts you enough to purchase with you. Now, like I said, it can be different depending on the price of the product, but many businesses, they give up very easily, and I've seen it many times over and over again. Don't be that business. They might post once or run an ad once or do an email or work with an influencer, UGC creator. Oh, it doesn't work. I've tried this, I've tried that. No, you've tried it once, you've tried it twice, you've tried it maybe 3 times, but now you've given up. And an example for this, I'm sure everybody and their mom knows Rhode.
That you're the kind of guy that I should make a move on.
They did not become a cult-like skincare brand overnight, and their audience is practically, and I don't mean that in a bad way, I mean very extremely loyal, but it did not happen overnight. Their growth came from very consistent posting on TikTok. Their PR was really good, obviously posting on Instagram, working with influencers, working with creators, building a community. They've done that over time, and with every post, it carried the same message. That's another thing too. You don't want to be shifting here and there, but that's another point. It carried the same message. You know, it was the clean girl, glossy look, glazed donut, you know, brand identity, and that was consistent across all platforms. You have to remember, consistency isn't just about posting more often in all these platforms, but it's also about consistent messaging. As again with Rhode, across all the platforms they were posting, it was very, very consistent and it was very aligned. If your tone, your visuals, your offers change every other week, your customer is going to get confused, and people don't like to buy when they're confused. They're going to go to the competitor that they easily understand. Stay visible, stay relevant, and stay clear. Number 2 is that you're going to want to focus on benefits, not features. Now, I think I spoke about this in another video, in my storytelling video, which go and watch, I'm going to link it up here. When you really think about it from a psychological point of view, customers don't buy the product or service for what it is, the package of what this thing is. They buy for what it does for them. Think of it this way, features are facts. So, you know, I'm trying to think, I have that ordinary serum, it's like hydroxide serum, or I don't even know what it's called, or like if you're, or like, I don't know, 100% cotton or HD lace. These are all facts, they're facts and figures. But benefits are outcomes. So clearer skin days, or confidence that lasts, a wig that feels like your own hair. People make emotional decisions first and then they justify them after with logic. Topicals don't just market their faded serum as brightening treatment or gets rid of this dark spot. They market freedom from hyperpigmentation or flare-ups, an emotional benefit that resonates deeply with their target audience. So benefit should always lead, and then the facts and figures and all of that, I like to back it up as proof.
Hey, do you have keratosis pilaris, strawberry legs, or rough skin texture? Try Topicals' new Slather Bar, where you get smooth skin made easy. It's powered by clinically effective ingredients such as retinol, lactic acid, and urea, and has a beautiful little light lavender scent, which I love.
If you reverse the order, you risk losing attention before emotion kicks in. So again, key takeaway is that you need to ask yourself before you're putting out any type of content or videos, whatever it is, marketing, whatever it is, you need to ask yourself, what transformation does this provide for my customer? Once you have that answer, sell that first. Number 3 is that you need to build funnels. So, you know, again, I harp on about funnels, top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. And this is because not every customer is ready to buy. You need to nurture strangers into customers, and funnels allow you to do so. So if I break them down, I'm going to grab my trusty computer actually, all of the top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. Basically, in simple terms, top of funnel stands for cold audiences. So, you know, people that don't know you at all. When you're putting out content to these people, the content should educate, it should entertain, and it should inspire. For example, you have Rhode, when we spoke about Rhode, you have the get ready with me, or come to Barcelona with me, or come to Italy with me. It's kind of entertaining, you're educating them, you're showing them how to use the product, things like that. It's light, it's fun, it's approachable. You're bringing in brand awareness, you're showing, okay, this, you know, this is who we are, this is what we do. But middle of funnel, these are warmer audiences that they know what you do, but they're not really sold yet. So content should build trust. An example of this is Kai Collective. So they are very heavy on sharing press features or community reviews. They like to do a lot of UGC or influencer videos of people actually, you know, giving their honest opinion of the clothing, or when they do, not drops, when they do pop-ups. I know they done one in London not long ago. Sorry, one in New York or London not long ago, and there was a video, I'm going to try and put this video on here, of like people going around, picking up the clothing, saying why they love the company, saying why they've stood in line for the however long to actually come and get the clothes that they've been dying to get.
Sorry, Kai Collect, they are raiding the place.
I came all the way from Connecticut on a midnight flight.
Attention, quick march, slow march, left on, right on, button, double up, salute, put your hands on the piece.
I came here and I shot.
Thank you for coming. How many people are out there?
So many.
Hi, good morning. Please come in. We're all Kai girls.
For me as a viewer, or for whoever as a viewer, that kind of shows, okay, they have all these loyal customers. Why do they like this company so much? Let me see the quality products that they're getting. That builds trust. That kind of, oh, okay, this is, I know of the company. Now I'm thinking, okay, there's loyal customers here. Clearly they're doing something right. They have all these people that really like their products. Let me now go and do some more delving in. Lastly, we have bottom of funnel. So bottom of funnel are hot audiences ready to buy, and this content should push for urgency or offers. So for example, you have limited collection drops. I think Kai Collective might also do that. I'm not sure. I know a company that does drops. What are they called? I was gonna say Broken Planet. But maybe I think they only do drops. But yeah, these are like urgent, you should buy now. Not pushy, but incentive to buy. An example of this funnel as a whole is when Fenty Beauty launched. So they had top of funnel, which was like inclusive messaging everywhere. Then they had middle of funnel, which was like influencers swashes and reviews, and then they also had bottom of funnel, which was like urgency driven campaigns at Sephora. That funnel moved people from awareness to excitement to then want to purchase. The biggest mistake people make is pushing out bottom of funnel content or ads to a top of funnel audience that eventually will buy, but they're not going to buy straight away. That's what you have to understand, especially again if you're a higher priced product. You have to do the nurturing and take the time and build out content and know who you're speaking to at each stage of the funnel. That's like, asking someone to marry you on the first date. You would say no, I would say no, most sane people would say no. Key takeaway is structure campaign in stages. Awareness first, trust second, and sales third. Number 4 is that storytelling ads convert best. Again, I had check out my storytelling video, but people remember, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but people remember stories. They don't remember facts and figures. They remember how something made them feel. They help build that trust and connection first, which is the most key thing to build. A story has 3 parts, especially in marketing. It will have a relatable problem, the transformation, and the happy ending. Very simple. Instead of here's our serum, in the case of, I don't know, Ordinary, they do the little serum. So I only say Ordinary because I know I used the face mask a couple of days ago. But instead of saying here's our serum, you can say meet Sarah. She struggled with dark marks for years. It made her really lack confidence, and it made her feel X and Y and Z, and she suffered with this for years. Then she found this, and now she feels confident without having to rely on makeup. Loads of people relate with that, and that's how you can resonate with people. And storytelling works even better when it's told through the lens of a customer or like a creator, UGC. I think it is slightly getting more washed out now with everybody being an influencer and people being exposed for promoting products they don't use, but especially in the, I'm gonna say olden days before, but still now if it's done right, people trust stories and content that comes from creators rather than the brand anyway. And this is because it feels like a personal story, someone that we can relate to rather than like a corporate ad. So the takeaway for this would be to wrap your product in a narrative, create a story behind it. And I'm not going to say create a story, actually. there should be a story behind the brand anyway, or why you created this specific product. So tell that story when you're marketing the product. Like I said, people forget facts and figures, but they remember how it made them feel, and they remember stories. So focus on that. Point 5 would be, following on from the last one kind of actually, is solving problems, not just selling products. So people don't just buy items, they buy solutions to their pain points. And that's, again, when you've already started the business, I would have guessed that you've really sat down and understood your target customer, and you know their pain points, because you need to know when you're putting out your marketing content, it needs to speak directly to their pain points, so they can feel like, okay, I really resonate with this brand and they solve my problems, basically. Marketing should always answer, what problem am I solving? Customers don't wake up and think to themselves, oh, you know, I really want to buy a £25 serum today. You know what I mean? They wake up and they are saying to themselves, I've had these breakouts for a long time, I really haven't felt confident in a while, like I really hate my skin today, like I don't feel confident. That's what you need to solve. So going back to Rhode, they position their lip treatments as the solution to like dry, cracked lips. They didn't just say, okay, we have this, I don't even know how much it is, we have this lip balm. They really spoke about, they showed the glossiness of the lips after, how juicy they looked. Using Topical as an example, they positioned the faded serum as a solution to faded dark spots or stubborn dark spots. That's why customers connect with these businesses. This is why these businesses are making their money, because they know, not even in a bad way, but they know how to capitalize on their customers' pain points and create content and create ads or whatever that speaks to these people, resonates with these people, and makes them want to buy, right? So they see their product as a fix to their problem. Now, stop selling the jar or the bottle or the hair extension or the top or the clothing or whatever it is, and sell the relief, the confidence, the transformation, the solved problem that comes with buying your product or your service or whatever it is, okay? Number 6 would be leveraging UGC and influencers. Now, I know this kind of, when I get on calls with a couple of my clients or people who have booked in calls with me, a lot of them have a big thing about not wanting to work with influencers or creators or all this, and it has got a, you know, stigma around it, because like I said before, you had all these influencers promoting products that didn't resonate with them at all, or they didn't use whatever. When I say use influencers and creators, I'm going to give you the reasoning, but do your due diligence. Pick creators that actually resonate with your brand. I literally had a meeting before this, and she was like to me, oh, I don't like working with creators anymore. I worked with this, I sent my hair, like £300 worth of hair, to this creator who had 300,000 followers, and she did not get one sale from it. I said, oh, okay, was this like it was a hair influencer, right? And she said, no, she she makes content about clothing and styling and how, you know, those videos, how to style your clothes and all of this. So I said, so why did you choose to send your hair to her? Why did you choose to work with her? Because if all these people, you have to think about they might have a lot of followers, but if all these people are following them for travel content or styling content or business advice, they're not then going to be like, oh my gosh, I really like, they might like that wig, or they might like that extensions, but that's not what they're there for. If I travel a travel influencer and they're promoting me, oh my gosh, I went to Morocco and I went on this really great trip, and it was here, there and everywhere. Oh, I'm interested, I might buy that trip. Pick the right influencers. But it sounds common and basic, but it's not. Anyway, I feel like I don't need to go into this one too much, because it's kind of common knowledge, you know. Customers trust people more than they trust brands. Put simply, UGC in influencer content feels a lot more authentic and organic than the polished corporate type of ad or content or whatever it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna delve too deep in this, because I feel like the value of it is known, but also do it wisely. makes sense. Number 7 is reducing risk. Now this is my last point. Reducing risk with guarantees. Now, this is especially if you have a service-based business, but also if you have it might be supplements-based businesses. You see this a lot in like the gym, protein, protein powders and these creatine things, or HelloFresh or Simmer, using guarantees to eliminate fear, because fear holds people back from buying. This is especially the case in scenarios when it's like, okay, rather than people hesitating about the price, they're hesitating about whether this will work for them, or what if I lose my body, what if I lose my body? What if I lose my money? Or what if it doesn't work for me? Or what if it doesn't give me the transformation I want? A guarantee reverses that risk and kind of says like, we're confident enough to bet on ourselves. So take out that fear, take out that risk, put it on us. If you don't like it, if it doesn't get the results, you're gonna get your money back. A lot of D2C companies, so direct to consumer companies, offer 30-day satisfaction guarantees, or free returns or trial periods. These aren't just, you know, customer perks, they're also conversion tools. Hidden in customer perks, but secretly they push you to actually they push and help them actually get the purchase. Key takeaway from this is that if you do not reduce risk, your competitors will. So find a way to give your customers confidence and eliminate that fear before they actually buy. So guys, that's it. 7 proven strategies that companies like Rhode, Kai Collective, Topicals, and even Fenty Beauty use to grow online. Of course, there's many more, but actionable steps that you can take from these companies that they're also using. I thought to use, you know, common ones that everyone knows too, that you can go on their social channels. I'm sure you get emails from them every day. You see their TikToks, you see their Instagram videos, you see their ads. Now you can look at it more critically and actually be like, oh, you know what I mean? Truth is, whether you're selling skincare or fashion or anything else in the e-commerce space, these aren't just theories. Like I said, they're proven strategies that have produced long-term growth, and as a result, generated millions for these companies. So in summary, stay consistent, sell transformations, not features, guide people through a funnel, position your product as a solution, use UGC and influencers, and lastly, always reduce the risk for your customer. If you start applying even 2 or 3 of these strategies, you'll notice a real shift in how your customers respond to your content or the marketing that you're putting out. So if you found this valuable, hit the like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this to help grow your business. And of course, if you own a business and you're looking to grow and scale, or even want some advice on how you could do so, or an audit on what you're doing well at the moment and where you kind of want to be in the future and how you're going to get there, I'm going to leave my link below and you can book in a call and we'll go through exactly how you could do that. So lots of love. I will see you soon. I will see you next week, because we got the weekly frequent videos, and I wish you every success with the business. I'm sure it will go amazingly, and I am rooting for you too.